So I'm going to show you how to make your Fibonacci spiral puzzle. And for that, you need some construction paper, markers, glue, scissors, and a pencil. So in camp, you learn that the Fibonacci sequence starts with 0 and then 1. And then 0 plus 1 is 1. And each one of these little boxes is a 1 by 1 square. Well, 1 plus 1 is 2. So we have to look for the next biggest square. And that must be this one. And this is a 2 by 2 square, which means it's really made up of 2 ones this way and 2 ones that way. I'm gonna erase that for now though. And then 1 plus 2 is 3, and that's the next biggest square. And 2 plus 3 is, you know this one, 5. And 5 plus 3 is 8. And 8 plus 5 is 13. And 13 plus 8 is this really big square. It's 21. So here we have our Fibonacci sequence. It is 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, and 21. We're gonna make a puzzle by drawing in each one of these and then cutting it out and gluing it into a very special shape that is the Fibonacci spiral. So in your square with 1, I want you to draw something flowery that's just one little thing, and I'm gonna draw a leaf this way. Because it's so tiny, I'm gonna color in my little leaves with colored pencil. But if you don't have pencil, you can just use marker, or you could use a crayon or anything else that you have to draw with. So there's my little leaves. Now, when I see the number 2, I'm going to draw something with 2 leaves. There's not really a whole lot of flowers in this world that have 2 petals, but there are some. So the smallest ones are just my little leaves. I like that one. It looks kind of like a heart. And maybe this one I'll give a pink background. Now for the 3, I am going to draw a flower with 3 petals and color that in. And for my number 5, I'll draw a flower with, you guessed it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now I get to color in my flower with 8 petals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do an orange flower for 13. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 petals. That's so many. Make this one kind of like a daisy. Okay. And now the very last one, 21 petals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. All right, so now I have colored in all of my flowers and leaves. For the ones I did 1 leaf, the 2 has 2 leaves, and then the rest of them, 3 petals, 5 petals, 8 petals, 13 petals, and 21 petals. So to cut this out, I'm gonna start by cutting out the very biggest one first. And we are going to lay these out together and make a puzzle. So I'm gonna cut out number 21, and it's a 21 by 21 unit square, which means that these little ones, 21 little ones could fit here, and 21 little ones could fit there. And I'm gonna take my construction paper and I'm gonna glue this down close to the edge. And the reason for that is if I glue it in the middle, there won't be room for the rest of the project. So I've got some glue on the back and going to glue that down. Then I'm gonna take my 13 and I can glue it here or here, either one, whichever way I want. It's a square, so I can set that down. Then you're gonna glue this down right next to it. Now this is where the puzzle starts to get a little trickier. I'm cutting out the 8, and this one is going to go on the outside. So it's gonna line up right like that. And then the next one is your 5. And that one goes right here. So once I have all the big ones glued down, and I have my 21, my 13, my 8, and my 5, now I gotta squeeze these little teeny tiny ones in. And I'm going to put my 3 right here. So it's touching against the 21 and the 5. And then I'm going to put my 2 up here. So it's touching the 8 and the 13, like that. And then the 2 teeny tiny ones get glued right down here at the bottom. There we go. Now, this is the coolest part about the Fibonacci puzzle, is that we're going to make a Fibonacci spiral. And to make the spiral, you're gonna start in the inside one, and you're gonna go around and around and around. You see I'm doing like a half circle on each of these, and around and around and around and around. So you've got a half circle, and this spiral is the spiral that's found all over nature, in shells and in ferns and in the Milky Way galaxy, and it is all based on this Fibonacci sequence. So now you have created your own Fibonacci spiral puzzle. And in case you don't remember later, if you want to, you can write in small little numbers: 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, and 21. You don't have to do that, but I like to remind me that that is the Fibonacci sequence. So I can't wait to see what kind of designs you make.